We start this tutorial on how to do a backtest with MetaTrader 5. There is a big advantage compared to mt4. It is that you can directly download the data 1 year back with a quality close to 100%. There is therefore no need to use external software such as TickStory. So, this tutorial will be a simple backtest with an optimization. Come on, I assume that your mt5 is open. To start the backtest, we will already display the strategy window. So, we do see at the top and then we click on Strategy Framework. From now on, we just have to click Now on Simple, and our frame is ready to use. First, we need to fill in a few fields here. Nothing very complicated there. Simply the first one at the top. You must select the robot concerned by the backtest. Below, you must simply select your pair. Here we will select euro-dollar, and here you select your period. We are interested in period M15. Here the date, then you have by default the last year. Here, we are going to do a personalized period because we are not going to do it over the last full year. It will take us a little too much time. We are simply going to do from the beginning of the year 2023 until then, on April 4th, 2023, the day of the filming of the video. Forward. So that no, I never use, here delay. That is very important. You put what you who displays you for the last ping on the server. Here it is 97. Put what is proposed. Modeling here. So each tick based on real ticks, that's fine. Security deposit. You indicate the deposit that concerns you and the leverage. Optimizations. For the moment we do not deal with it. So the preset is done. In the investment tab right next to it, you have the parameters of your trading robot that you can configure as you wish. We are all good. Now just click Start. From this moment, MetaTrader downloads the data and starts the backtest. As soon as the backtest has started, you have the tab here, Graph, which allows you to follow the results live. The curve here in blue is the curve of the trades made where the TP is touched, and in green it is the relative drawdown. This is where the price went down to its lowest level. The test is almost over, I think, since it was a fairly short period. Okay, it's good. Now, to see the result, we just have to go to the backtest tab. So here you will find absolutely all the interesting information. So the advantage of MetaTrader 5 is also that you have a lot more data than on MetaTrader 4. So there, for example, the quality of the history 98%, so we can consider that it's not bad. Here is the initial deposit of $1,000 and net profits, $191, which makes 19%, on January, February, March. That's about 6.5% a month. It's not too bad. And afterwards, what is interesting to see is the maximum drawdown. So there we had a drawdown of 2%. Well, obviously, that's fabulous. But the most interesting thing is the maximum. That is to say, the relative drawdown in fact, which is 7%. That's very good too. So now we have the results. We can try to do an optimization, yes, but just before, I still have to show you that when you go down the page a little bit, you have plenty of analyses, statistics, which can be very interesting to analyze for your strategies. Then you right-click on it, for example, and you can report and save in HTML. When you save in HTML, you just have to open the report with Google Chrome, for example. And you can read your report perfectly. So much for the result of the backtest. We will now move on to optimization. So we go back to the General tab, and here we will select Genetic Optimizations. We come back to the framework from earlier with the same parameters. You now know how it works. Here, you just have to select Fast Genetic Algorithm. This is the fastest and most efficient. Then you go to the tab right next to it, Placement, and here the same thing as on mt4, you have the parameters of your robot. You just have to tick the parameters you want to optimize. Here, for example, I'm going to make it simple and quick. I'm going to optimize my lot. So here it's a mini lot at 15. So I'm going to enter here, for example, a start at 0, 10, a step at 0.05. and here a stop at 0:30. During the optimization, the MetaTrader will launch tests with my batch, which will therefore vary from 0:10 to 0:30, with a step of 0.05 at each pass. Of course, here, I only select the batch. If you have other parameters to test, do not hesitate to add other parameters. The only difference is that it will take a lot longer, but it is better to do an optimal optimization that lasts longer than to do multiple simpler optimizations, which in the end will be longer. Now that my parameter is entered for the batches, all that remains is to start. So for once it obviously already displays all the results. In principle it takes a little longer to get them, but there, it had the results in memory, because I had already done a backtest previously. The results are displayed instantly. So indeed, we observe this time, that the profit and not more than $190 but this time, $385. So, by increasing the lot from 0.15 to 0.20, we doubled our profit and we also increased the drop a little bit but only by 3%, so almost nothing for a much higher profit. Here is the interest of backtests. It is to be able to analyze these results and to be able to precisely make adjustments to maximize its profits. That's it for the optimization. Once you have your result, we'll take this one. It's still not bad. So we double-click on it, and it goes back again for a backtest directly. It's going to be quick. In a few seconds, it's almost over. Here, then, 1,383. I go back here in backtest and I find all my data, with effectively a profit of $385, and a maximum drawdown relative of 10% and effective of 175%. So same principle, you can analyze all the data and start your optimizations again. The MT5 backtest tutorial is complete.